The market pushes higher into new resistance. Is it time for a pullback or blast off ahead? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so last week we talked about the fact that we were looking for the market to push to at least 62.18, and from there we should be looking for them to slow down, but they did push through that up towards 62.50, up to the next resistance level, and now the question is, are we ready for a pullback, or is more squeezing ahead? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the charts, we will take a look at the indicator. It was the end of the month, and we absolutely crushed it for the month. It was also a decent day. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart, and we are in TradingView. And if you're new here and you don't know what we're doing, we built a custom indicator that works only in TradingView, and it is absolutely killing the market. It is a forward-looking price action indicator, and that's much different than the other indicators you've ever seen. Most of them look backwards for moving average crosses or MACDs or things like that, RSIs. We don't do that. We look forward at support and resistance levels. We get in at those levels. We catch a lot of tops and bottoms, and we do very well in the market. Now, is it perfect? Of course it's not, but it is absolutely crushing, as you're about to see here. I'm going to show you the results of the first half of the year, as well as all of last year, and you're going to see that we absolutely killed it. So what we're looking at here, you got yellow on the left, that is pre-market trading, and blue on the right is post-market trading. We don't trade any of that, but we do need it on for the indicator to work properly. In the middle, in the white, that is what we trade. And we also have real-time data on the NASDAQ and the ES because we're tracking those as well. The indicator itself is called IWJ, Pivot Point Pro. You can see the buys and sells on the screen. If I turn it off and on real quick, you'll see those pop on and off. It is built in with stops, and it's helping hundreds of traders routinely beat the market. This is a long-term game. Each day doesn't really matter because you're going to have winning days and you're going to have losing days. We even have losing months. However, out of the last 18 months, we have 15 winning months and 3 losing months, as you're about to see. So let's see how it did yesterday. On Monday, nothing at the beginning here. We got a buy right here. This one stopped out, so this is a small loser. No bueno here. Came over. We got this sell right here as a small winner. We did take a profit on this. And then you got this sell signal again right at the top up here at 617. They spiked it all the way down to 615, which I had warned everyone in my group that was the target. And we came right down into it, did really well on this trade, and that closed out our day. We do not trade after 10 a.m. unless the trade started before 10 a.m. So this trade here started at 9:55. We took the sell signal and rode it all the way down. Now, this isn't just used for day trading, and it's not just used on the SPY. You can use it on any stock or index, and you can use it for swing trading. Now, for swing trading, I personally like to use the weekly chart. So let's go over to the weekly chart here on the S&P 500. And again, you can use this for any stock. You just have to follow the instructions you get with the indicator to set it up for that particular stock. We're going to go to the weekly chart, and you're going to see here, there's our weekly candle right now. As I zoom out and scroll down, you'll see that all the way, where is it? It's way down here. Where's our weekly? There it is. Here's our weekly buy signal, and we have to take it at the top of the week because we take it on Friday to make sure that it closes out with a buy. So it gave us a buy signal at 566 back on April 28th. From there, it instantly went up to 617, even 618 today. So 566 is where we got in, guys. That's 34 points plus 18 points. That is 52 SPY points in just over a month for a swing trade. That is an absolute crushing trade, guys. This is unbelievable, and it works over and over again. We go through exactly how to use it in that regard, how the swing trades work. It is helping hundreds of traders. Guys, as you can see on the screen, Matt chronicles all my trades. Matt is a paid subscriber to my service. He takes all the trades. He is there to learn, but he also keeps track of all my trades to keep me honest. And you can see we absolutely killed it again in the month of June. We finished up over $4,000, and for the year, we're up about $35,000, which, as you can see on the screen, is as much as we made in all of last year. We tweak the indicator all the time to make it better, And yes, we do have losing months. You can see that November and December last year were awful, and May was not a good month this year. That's part of trading. That's part of life. But this is based on a $100,000 account. So in 18 months, we're up 70% on that account. Are you making that kind of money in 18 months? Are you finding that kind of indicator out there that can give you these kind of returns? Guys, there's going to be losers. I get it. But you can see the people on the screen calling it a cheat code. You can see people are making enough money to take off of work to play golf. It's really helping traders understand and beat the market. And here's the cool thing. If you want to get it, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to the webpage. When you're here, scroll down. You'll see my monthly rooms. You'll see daily live calls, and then you'll see the trading view indicators. And here's the awesome part, guys. 30-day money-back guarantee. Here's what I tell everybody to do. Get the indicator, right? Put it on your chart and either watch it or paper trade it. If it doesn't do what I say, if you're not happy with it, if it doesn't work out, you never spent a penny. You just watched it and you paper traded it, and you get your 30-day money back guarantee. You say, hey, this wasn't what you said, or I don't like how it works. I would like my money back. And you don't lose a penny, and you got to see how it works. It's a free trial, guys, essentially. 30-day money back guarantee on the yearly as well. And this is a great deal because you can try it for 30 days and you get 2 months for free. Now, I'm telling you guys, this is helping people finally understand how the market works. They get super simple entries. If it says buy, you buy. If it says sell, you sell. You don't have to watch 100 charts. You don't have to make your mind hurt trying to figure out what means what. It does it all for you. It looks at 175 different things, calculates what the most probable outcome is, and gives you the trade. And then all you have to do is make the trade and follow the rules, and you will do very well. Once again, guys, 30-day money-back guarantee. I'd love you to be a part of it. Check it out. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look.
Okay, so this morning we talked about the ABC down into 62.22. It hit that pretty much on the nose. It was 62.23, I think. They hit that, bounced back, and have taken it higher here. Again, we are in a wave 3 of 3 until otherwise proven, or until they pull back in 4 of 3. Right now, the break of today's low would be what we'd look at for the start of that, and then we'd be looking for them to come down into the 61.59 area. So essentially all they did is they hit the 12382, back tested the 1236 and pushed higher. We'd like to see them come down to at least 61.60 for wave 4, and then up in wave 5 towards 63.13, 63.50. But we've been looking for this breakout since all the way back here, and it's not shocking to see this extension because you guys may know that I was a little bit unhappy with this extension over the 764, which is what we're calling 1 of 3 and then 2 of 3. But when you get an extended 1 of 3 to get an extended 3 of 3 makes sense. Normally we'd look at the 1236, but hitting the 1382 moves the pivot up to the 764 to 1.0. And that essentially means that they can't come back with wave 4 of 3 into 1 of 3 territory, which is an Elliott Wave rule. So when you see that extension up over the 764, if this is going to play out bullishly, which can happen, obviously we're seeing that, but more often than not, when you see this extension, it doesn't happen. But my point being, if you get this extension, then you should expect wave 3 of 3 to extend as well. They did into the next fib, which moves the pivot up from 618 to 764 to 764 to 1.0. And now we would look for a pullback into the 1.0. Again, not something we're shorting, just something we would look at as a normal variety, normal pullback as far as how it goes. Doesn't mean they can't extend in 3 of 3 up to 63.13 next. But in general, what we'd look back is the 61.60 area, then back up towards 6,300, one more pullback, and then 6,400 overall. That would be how we'd expect this to play out. We can certainly see a more direct approach and then a 4-5 blow off top type of deal. Those things are all possible, but in general, what we'd expect to see is what we just went through. Now, if they do break down below the 1.0 at 61.60, then they really need to hold above this 61.26 high, or whatever this high is right here. It's 61.27. They need to hold above that to keep the impulsive move alive. If they break down below that, then we could see an ABC up for 5 or a breakdown that's bigger. Can this still be a B wave? Yes, even though they've reached all-time highs on almost every chart except the ES, I believe. Maybe ES got there today. It's close. Not quite. So they haven't quite got to all-time highs. Can this still be a B wave on all charts? Yes, it can be an expanded B wave. Not normally the case, but we were looking for 6,300 originally back here, and they came up short. So to see a B wave come up and tag 6,300 and break down would not be that shocking. We would know that if and when you saw a 5-wave down that came down and set up for a bigger breakdown like that. That's kind of the back burner approach to the market right now. The front burner, or the primary, is that we're on our way to 6,400 until proven otherwise. If proven otherwise, the secondary count would be the diagonal, where they pull back into the 6,100 or 6,000 zone and then give us an ABC back up, and then we see a turn down. And then the back burner, let's see what happens if they start to really break down off of here. This can be an expanded B wave, but that is not something we're counting on at this time. Any questions on ES? All right, on the NASDAQ, same situation, although they've gotten through the 1382, they're above it. So now their pivot really needs to hold 22,409. Can they come down as low as 22,328? Yes, but their spike up was even higher above the 764 than the ES was. So you had your 1, 2, 1, 2. So that they're extending even a little higher makes sense. They want to hold 22,409 or above this high really is what matters. Then we'd look for 23.2 and ultimately between 23.5 and 24,000 after that for the move up until proven otherwise. If they break down below 22.6, we can start to look at that pullback towards 22.4. If they break down below that, our secondary count would be a diagonal where you get an ABC back up into this area. And then our back burner count that we'll just keep in the back of our mind just in case is if they start to really break down here, then we would look for a much bigger breakdown after that.
Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. If you scroll down a little further on the page, you're going to see our indicators, which you saw in the first part of the video, and also our courses. We have our Trade Waves Academy course, and right now I am giving 50% off of this course if you get the yearly indicator. So if you buy the yearly indicator right now, you're getting 2 months for free on that, and then you get Trade Waves Academy 50% off. In Trade Waves Academy, we go over all of the things that are outside of Elliott Wave to put a complete package together. We go over market psychology, capital management. You can see all the modules here on the screen. Options trading basics, candlestick patterns, how to trade price action, bull and bear traps, how to identify market reversals, fib levels and why they're important, how to identify key support and resistance, and trade setups and proper risk reward. All of this comes inside of Trade Waves Academy. On top of that, you get our Elliott Wave for Beginners course included in this price, and you get the Advanced Elliott Wave for free included in this price. So for $497, you get all of those modules I just said, plus the Beginners course, plus Advanced Elliott Wave. It's an incredible deal, and you can get it for half off right now if you get the yearly indicator. Now, as I did mention, we do have our Advanced and our Beginners Elliott Wave courses. In our Advanced course, we're going through a lot of the things we're seeing on the charts right now. A lot of those things are the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, trading Elliott Wave, which right there, that is worth the price of admission. People don't understand that there's 2 paths and how do you trade them if there's up and down. It's because you trade setups, and there are very good setups in Elliott Wave Theory. You have to know how to spot them and trade them, and we talk about that here so that you can understand how to do this course. Now, I understand if this is too advanced. You can see, though, that our traders love it. But if you need to get started at the beginning, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. And this course is really helping traders understand a complex market in a way that makes sense. It's extremely confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up. It stops at random places. You don't know what's going on. That's because the news cycles were garbage. Elliott knew this long ago. He knew that key levels mattered. It's not random, and you're able to find these key levels, and this is what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, you get 25 videos where we go through your introduction. We have to introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory. We have to get your mindset right and give you the KISS method, how this works and why it works. It's very scientific based. People think it's just, oh, you just make a wave up. No, very scientific based. It's outstanding. Chart setup and tools. We go through all of your chart setups every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why we use it, and then the Elliott Wave for beginners area where we go through each of the waves, how to find the key levels, how to understand impulsive and corrective waves, how to know where to get these measurements, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both of these courses is there's several ways to get them cheap or for free. You can get them both at a $37 discount with our Elliott Wave course bundle. You can get them for free in our Trade Waves Academy course. If you buy that, they are included in that course. Or if you just want to get them at a low monthly cost, you simply get one of our monthly rooms, as the Elliott Wave courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, we give you all of your real-time market updates, all of your buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions are answered. The midday video that you watch in these calls, that's live for everybody in these rooms. And then you get the beginners and the advanced course included in this price. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, the futures trading, his income trading method that just kills it, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price, get you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. That's why you get a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with your next market update.